Hey everybody, I want to talk to you. And of course, as always, I also love to hear back from you. Today it's all about twin flame communication. And the title is, wait a minute, I have to look it up. Do you want divine communication with your twin flame? Do you want divine communication with your twin flame? Yeah, we will talk about divine communication, or a part of what divine communication is, in a minute. But first I want to remind you that I'm hosting a free Zoom webinar where we do healing around twin flame communication on September 30 at 1 p.m. Central European Summertime. So if you want to participate in this, you can send me an email with join Zoom webinar, or join webinar September in the subject line. So the email address and the information is in the description box below. So twinflameessentials@gmail.com. Don't forget the dot after twin flame. Essentials@gmail.com. Make sure you get this right, so that I can get your message. So yeah, just to put this in the beginning for all of those who are not watching the entire video, so that you don't miss this. I would be very happy to have you on this free call to do a little bit of healing around twin flame communication, to open up the communication pipes, clear some blocks for everyone, and maybe even answer your questions. If you have any questions around communication with your twin flame, you can send them in ahead of time, because during the webinar I will not be able to look at the chat. Okay, so our topic today, as always, I try also to give you some information that is not found anywhere else, or maybe to give you my perspective, things that I've learned along my journey. So it's a little bit special today what I want to present to you. First of all, divine communication, right? So all of you have probably this telepathic bond, already discovered the telepathic bond with your twin flame. So this is what everyone is talking about this part of twin flame communication. But in fact, twin flame communication is so much more than that, because twin flame communication is actually divine communication. So by learning how to communicate with your twin flame, you are learning how to communicate to the divine. And in fact, you are communicating and the divine is communicating. And what does that mean? So everything around you is communicating to you, right? So there's a message in everything you see and everything you experience. The things that are highlighted to you in your experience, it is a divine message to you. So I want to go somewhere today, an area that was very beneficial for me on my journey, where I learned a lot and also changed some things for the better. And this is looking at your home. You probably are familiar with the Chinese concept of Feng Shui. I hope I pronounce it right. It's just looking at how the qi, the energy, is moving through your home, where it comes in through the door, and then how it moves through the entire apartment or house. And if those ways are free, basically it's about tidying up and cleaning. And you don't have to know a lot about Feng Shui. You can look up some things on the internet that might be helpful. I also have printed here a so-called bagua. That's the pattern. You just come in by the door, and then you divide your home in 9 different areas, always 3 in a row, 3 and 3, right? It's 9. And you can adjust this square. For some people it might be longer or thinner or thicker or however, and there might be also areas that are missing, right? That's also interesting, what areas are missing in your home. So I see my home as an extension of my body. So when I look at my home, then it's as if I look at an extension of my body, and I can see a little bit what's going great and what's not so great, right? And it also is also a mirror for my energy field. It communicates to me what needs to be addressed, what things needs to be addressed. And those are in part also things that my twin flame is communicating to me, right? So I would love to encourage you to play around a little bit with this Feng Shui idea, and print such a bagua. And I'll read to you the areas that are mentioned or addressed. There is an area of abundance, of fame, of love and relationships, family, children and creativity, knowledge and spirituality, career, and helpful people. And in the center, it's the so-called center or the chi or the tai chi. It depends on the bagua that you are printing, but it's basically the center, like the campfire. Everything else is arranged around this campfire, this energy. So it was helpful for me to see a little bit what was not going so great, and this meant really I can see even now where in areas where the energy is not flowing, right? And so I know now for myself, because I have the experience, that there is an issue connected to this, that I need to work on some issues. And the thing is, if you can try to start by rearranging that area, and then see if it's easier to move through those issues afterwards. You cannot skip the inner work, but you can make this inner work easier. Things will just fall into place after that. You will be guided to certain methods, or you will be guided to read certain books or to click on certain videos, right? And then receive the information that you need and the help in order to resolve those issues. So that's just turning it around a little bit. Then instead of doing the inner work first, you begin with this area in your home. You see what can be done, and it's a lot about like tidying, cleaning. You can play around with colors if you like. There are some suggestions on the internet. I tried some of those, but don't feel like forced. It's not about always putting up mirrors everywhere and the same fountains and the same, I don't know what kind of pictures. It's not about that. You can really keep your style and just see what you like, what color you chose for this room, for example, and then you can stick to that. You don't have to suddenly change everything, right? It's just about putting the focus on that area in your life. So for example, I had an area that was really blossoming because I didn't need to focus on this area. It was coming through my twin flame journey, this was the area of spirituality and knowledge, and was just the most beautiful space in my apartment, actually. And even other people complimented that area and told me how beautiful that was. And so later I discovered that this was like all related to the inner work that I was doing, and the twin flame journey, which means embarking on a spiritual path, right? And all the knowledge then afterwards that I gained through listening to videos and working with my twin flame teachers, my spiritual teachers, and reading books, etc., etc. So this all had an impact on this special area, according to the Bagua, right? According to this 9 areas from the Bagua. Whereas other areas didn't do so well. For example, the center, this center area was really a mess. All kinds of pipes were completely clogged, furniture was falling apart, and I have to admit the pipes are good now, but the furniture is still falling apart. So there are areas, sometimes it takes some time. This is also divine timing. One comes after the other, and then you first have, the universe would guide you to focus on one thing and say, okay, you can leave that for later. There is enough time, then we will come to this area later, right? So you don't have to do everything at once, and we are all imperfect and at the same time perfect. It doesn't matter, right? It should be playful and joyful to deal with those things. So this area was a mess, but there was still another area where I really focused on that area and managed to improve my situation in my life. And this is the area of helpful people. When I discovered the Bagua, and then I saw what this area was, how much mess was in that area with helpful people, I decided that I would rearrange all of it and really make it a beautiful place, and in this way invite beautiful people, invite helpful people into my life, beautiful helpful people into my life. And we talked in another video about commitment, and to do this is also a commitment to being ready to receive the help, right? The help can come through the divine, but usually when it comes through the divine, it comes through other people, right? Other people showing up in our lives. So I just invited helpful people in every respect, right? Not only regarding my twin flame journey, but also every other area. And this was really, it really worked very well. But you also have to see that you have to renew it every once in a while, of course. It doesn't stay like this. Things are in motion. But it really worked for me, and I really want to encourage you to have a look at this communication with the divine. And if you choose to really focus only on your twin flame journey and on the love relationship, then you could also examine the area of love and relationship a little closer and see what this is in your apartment. And a suggestion that I would give you is, for example, if you have paintings on the wall, then they should never show lonely people. Or if you have one person, then you should make sure you have a picture of another person as well, right? Or to couple up all the things, the objects that you have, that they're always in pairs if you want to emphasize this divine couple aspect. those are really nice things to get your mental level, right? Your mind really clear about what you expect from this area. Yeah, it's like getting clear. I expect to be in a healthy and loving twin flame relationship, in harmonious union with my twin flame. That's what I expect, and I'm showing the universe this is what it is, right? I want it that way. I work on it, I make it really beautiful, and in this way I commit to this part of my life. And I also show the universe, see, now I'm ready in this area. And sometimes it also may be that you're not ready, and that's just the way it is. It doesn't matter. You will be there, right? One step after the other. And when we do healing on our webinar end of September, then we can maybe unlock certain flows of energy to get you where you want to be in your twin flame union, right? So it's all about communication, and in the call on the webinar we will not go to other areas like abundance or family. We will focus on you and your twin flame and see what issues come up. You will get to know a little bit how I work, I work with high beings. I work with different charts and a pendulum. I will show you then, and we will discover the blocks that we need to clear for the group that is gathering on September 30. And looking forward to that, looking to all of you who choose to be on that call. Places are limited, not too limited, but just want to say that. So I think there is enough place, but just to tell you that it might be limited. I don't know. It's the first call, so I have to gather my experiences in relation to this, but I'm really looking very, very forward to seeing you on this call end of September. So look in the description box and check out the details about this free webinar. Check out my teachers if you're curious to know where I'm coming from at twinflamehealers.com. And yeah, I see you in the next video, and we keep going with the topic of twin flame communication. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you. Bye.